Hi everyone, welcome back to the episode of KDTV. Today I'm going to be taking a deep dive and introducing you to one of my favorite K-pop groups, Enhypen. With that, we'll get started. Okay, for those who do not know, Enhypen is one of my favorite boy groups right now. Their music is insane. I have all of their albums, which we'll dive into later. They're just all really well-rounded together as a team because they had to work as a team. And today I'm going to kind of tell you more about them. Who is Enhypen? So, Enhypen is a 7-member boy group who debuted under Beliftlab, which is under the giant umbrella that is Hybe Corporation. They debuted in November of 2020, and they originally created from a survival show. If you don't know what survival shows are in the K-pop industry, they are essentially kind of like X Factor, if you know what X Factor is, where they just take a bunch of trainees, throw them together, make them compete against each other. They get judged and evaluated each round, and at the end, the best ones, or the survivors, debut. And with Enhypen, they were actually on a show called Island. So the way Island worked is CJ&M and Hybe Corp both came together with about, I think it was 23 trainees. Yeah, 23 trainees came together. They had the Island, which was like, the show made it seem like they were literally in the middle of nowhere, but they weren't. But they filmed it that way. If you know, you know. But the Island was a separate building, and then they had the grounds. And the point was to end in the Island, to keep working hard and staying in the Island. Because the people who would score the highest in evaluations or based off judging would stay in the Island, while the people that scored the lowest went to the grounds to work harder so they could get back into the Island. And they would compete with each other, do the same songs, same choreographies, learn the same stuff, and then compete. And whoever scored the highest would get pulled to stay in the Island. The top 7 are the ones that debut, and those are the guys we're going to talk about today. I made you guys a video, so please enjoy it. It'll basically tell you everything you need to know about the members and some fun stuff too. So here you go.
Wake up and day one 첫날의 아침 조명이 비춰 태양의 눈빛 그 빛은 날 불태웠지 그 빛은 날
Yes, okay, so that is Enhypen. Now we're gonna kind of like dive into like who they are as a group and what they represent as a group. So Enhypen is a representation that means connection, discover, and growth. That's why before they do their introductions, like whenever they introduce themselves, they say connect. And I say, oh, Enhypen. The aim is to come together and connect and discover and grow together to create a new act. And their fans are called Engenes. They had a really strong debut overall that I've seen since I've been into K-pop, and I've seen a lot of debuts. They had a really good run in 2020, and they did at the tail end of 2020, as well as 2021 and now 2022. Here we are. I actually made a list of all the awards that they did win. So ever since they debuted, they've been winning awards pretty consistently. And here is a list of all the awards that they have won. Keep in mind that these are just the wins that they had. These are not everything they were nominated for. They had a lot of nominations, but these are what they were able to win since they debuted. And also like some fun, cool things for you to know about Enhypen. So Jungwon, their leader, my bias, he actually is the second youngest member of the group, but he's the leader, which is honestly insane because usually the oldest is the leader. But I'm actually like really proud of him that he's able to do it so well, because he does a good job. A bit more about Enhypen, because the next video I'm gonna have for you guys is gonna be just me strictly talking about Border Day 1, which is their first mini album. Surpassed 300,000 pre-orders and sold over 318,000 copies in a day, making them the highest selling K-pop group in 2020. And they debuted at the end of 2020. So there was so many ahead of them. And then boom, they outsell everyone whenever they debut. Isn't that insane? That's crazy for like a rookie group. And they literally debuted November 20th, and then December, and that was like the end of the year. So, which is insane. So cool. And to get into the pretense of what their album series is about. So their albums are Border Day 1, Border Carnival, Dimension Dilemma, and Dimension Answer. And what these albums kind of follow throughout, they have a actually really cool storyline. They follow a storyline throughout all 4 of them. And you'll see it as we unpack it more. It's a vampire concept, so they're all vampires, and it shows you the story of their life as vampires as it progresses from mini album, full-length album, repackaged album. And you'll see how much their characters develop and change throughout the way, which is really cool, because like a lot of people don't do stuff like that. And it's really nice to watch. It's kind of like watching a movie sequence. Like, it's like, oh, we get a sequel, we get a sequel, we get a sequel, and this is the end. And I think they are going to finish off with Answer, because it was a repackage and it was their first repackage. Just talk about their title tracks a little bit. You'll see how they always have the hyphen in the middle of them. In Border Day 1, the title track was Give and Taken. We jump to Border Carnival, the title track was Drunk-Dazed, Drunken-Dazed, okay? Then we get to Dimension Dilemma, and the title track is Tamed-Dashed, Dilemma Answer, and it is Blessed and Curse. Even hearing the names of the title tracks insinuate a change within the characters and within the development of the story. Next time, we're going to talk more about all of these, starting with Border Day 1. Hopefully this series goes well. I'm going to make it a mini series, so the videos won't be super duper long. They will be longer than this one. This one's just an introduction. So they will be longer than this one, but please just stick with it and learn all the cool things, tricks behind each of these albums. So I'm going to unpackage each album for you guys so you can see the contents and how the contents change. They kind of get more simple as we go along, but they include cooler things, if that makes sense. There's more details inside what's inside of each package. So look forward to that, please. And we're also going to dive into the music videos a little bit and connect the dots. I will see you guys next time on KDTV, and we'll talk about Border Day 1. Bye, guys.